So why it is start with VPN? Actually, it started with a VPN or Outlook. Yeah, I think it is VPN. Yes, I told no, it start with Outlook. But why it is Outlook is skipped? Again, I have to check everything. Okay. Anyway, the things are in your machine, so no problem at all. Okay. So, guys, look at these recently asked questions. Okay, we recently asked question and previous questions also there. So we'll see the question and also we'll discuss first something like a service desk related questions and answers, networking, hardware, and outlook like that, or maybe a random also, no problem. In a hardware, direct hardware questions, only few questions, and troubleshooting also few questions are there. So we're going to see all these questions. Okay. If anybody having still doubt, or maybe if you feel something we are leave left, then put it in our WhatsApp group. So I will give you that related information regarding your question. If you don't, we don't discuss certain point, or maybe we don't understand, just put a question in the things. So I already given lot of questions and answers in your WhatsApp group. So compare with the previously asked questions. Okay. So if you don't find the information related to it in my questions and answers, what you will do, just uh, try to give a message. So I will try to share that related information to you. Okay. Because most common question you already know, already we discussed that one, that is self-introduction. Self-introduction is most commonly asked. Second one is your project, your project, about your project. Third one is any personal question they can ask about your hometown, about your college, about your friends. Okay. So like that, at colleges must be any common question, possibility of asking question. Okay. So like that, any other normal questions also can be possible asked. So about your BTech. Okay. So BTech life, faculties, friends, college atmosphere. Okay. You're about a project. What is your project and all? These are all the commonly asked questions. Here it is. A lot of questions are so these are other some intermediate percentage. Where do you study? See, intermediate percentage, degree percentage, degree stream, your hobbies. I got HCL interview. Okay, okay. Where do you want to become in 2 years? Where do you self in 2 years? 2 years, what we can be become? You can become a desktop support engineer or network or system administrator. Okay. A cloud engineer, you can also become a cloud engineer also. In a 2 years of experience with this one. If you learn that specific technical knowledge, then only you can become. In that one, again, support role, L1 support role, you will become like that. Okay. So that is how Wi-Fi works. Okay. These are the different types of questions are asked. We'll try to see exam from the question side. Okay. And answer side also. So still I have a doubt that is clearly copied or not. Okay. What is a ping command? What is a ping command? What is a ping command? To check connectivity between the devices. What is a ping command? Ping command used for to check the connectivity between the two devices. Okay. So for example, I have another computer in my network. I have another computer in my network. So how to check my computer IP address? My computer IP address, IP config. IP config. Okay. So this is the command to check your system IP address. This is my adapter, Wi-Fi adapter. This is my IP address and subnet mask, default gateway. So that is IP address, subnet mask, default gateway. So this is my IP address. Which command? IP config. So that is also one question. What is the IP config command? IP config command, use it to check your system IP address. Okay. So with IP config, you will get IP address, subnet mask, default gateway. That's it. Next, what is IP config space /all? Or you want to get more details of your system IP address? Then it is IP config space /all. Okay. Screen is visible, guys, right?
Yes, sir.
Very good. That is IP config space /all. So you'll get a more details about your system adapter, right? So this is my Wi-Fi adapter. You see, I got an IP address, subnet mask, default gateway. Okay, default gateway. This is we got it. Plus, see, DHCP server address, DNS server address. Okay, and my MAC address. MAC address also I got it. And other further details, my adapter description, DHCP enable, yes or no. Okay, lease obtained, lease expiry kind of stuff also. Okay, now, so what is the difference? IP config and IP config space /all. So both will give you IP address, subnet mask, default gateway. But IP config space /all also give extra DHCP server address, DNS server address, and your MAC address, physical address, adapter description, and other few details. But that's enough. Okay. Now you got your IP address. This is, where is your IP? This is your system IP address now. Okay. I want to check from my system to another system. Another system means another device. So right now I have a laptop. Another laptop is there, but is not running right now. It is shut down. Okay, if I open, it will take a lot of time. Another half an hour I have to wait. So I have a mobile phone. So I have to check my IP address in my mobile phone. Wait. Guys, if in case enter your ask for any kind of demo like that, you can also try this one. Show the IP address of your system, then and ask a permission to use mobile phone in an interview just for this purpose. Okay, or maybe any another system. Okay, so go to the settings. In that one, go to Wi-Fi. So already you are connected to same Wi-Fi. Your laptop and your mobile phone both are connected to same Wi-Fi. So then it shows the Wi-Fi name, and there it is another setting button at the Wi-Fi name. Then just if you once you go and little scroll down, you can find the IP address. My mobile IP address is, this is my mobile phone IP address right now. And if you look at the gateway and subnet mask, DNS server address, same as your system only. This is my mobile phone IP address. Once a given ping, my mobile phone IP address, I got a reply from my destination IP. So meaning is from my laptop to my mobile phone, I can able to reach. That is the purpose of ping command. Ping command will tell you, can you reach the destination or not? Can you reach the destination or not? That is a ping command. Okay. In case, for example, I gave one IP address, 192.168.1.10. See, I got a reply from my system IP only. Can you see 1.2? My destination is 1.10, but I'm getting a reply from 1.2. And also saying that it is destination host unreachable. Destination host unreachable. Meaning is either this 1.10 device is not there, maybe disconnected, maybe I enter wrong IP address. Okay, so that is a point of system. One more is that is called a request timed out. Within a ping command, we can able to decide, can you reach the destination or not? Reply from the destination IP will tell you, you are able to reach the destination. Reply from your own IP and saying that it is destination host not reachable means, either destination device is down or not available or disconnected. Maybe wrong IP address means the IP address you are given is wrong. Mainly if both source and destination are the same, logically, physically same network, in that same network only, then only we got destination host not reachable. Request timed out. Request timed out means same reason as destination host not reachable. Either destination is down, or maybe disconnected, maybe wrong IP address, maybe destination not accepting your request. Destination firewall not accepting your request. Or maybe the destination Ethernet adapter, the destination Ethernet drivers related issue. Drivers are not working. Next. Okay. So, or path not found. Path is not available. So, destination path is not available. Mainly, if the destination outside of your network and we can't able to reach that network which is outside of network, maybe may not be there, we can't able to reach it. So, destination request time dot will come up. Okay. This is the use of ping command to check the can you reach the destination or not. You have a network issue. So what to do? One is try to ping to google.com, then you can understand if you are able to get a reply from your google.com IP address, meaning is actual internet is working. Some website is not working, but Google we can able to reach it. Okay. So you open certain website, it is not loading. But try ping to google.com, you can understand. You can able to google.com, you can able to reach google.com means your internet is working. That website may not working, or maybe the DNS related issue is there. DNS related issue is there. Okay. You can ping to anything, ping to www.facebook.com, ping www.youtube.com. So you can see reply from the destination. So it will tell you, can you reach that destination or not? I can reach google.com from a laptop. That's why google.com is running. Okay. Understand guys, ping command. What is the use of ping command? This is not UP config, this is IP config. Okay. That is IP config. Already we discussed IP config and IP config space /all ping command. Okay. And one more question, it is they asked earlier, that is trace RT. So just before what I done, ping www.google.com. So then with that command, I can understand from my laptop to google.com, I can reach. I can reach. Okay. I can reach. Okay. So ping will tell you, can you reach the destination or not? What about this trace RT? Trace RT will tell you how you reach the destination. Trace RT will tell you how you reach the destination. Google.com not in your network, not just beside your network also. It is somewhere. So you have to cross multiple routers. First of all, from your laptop to your router, means your gateway router, your Wi-Fi router to your ISP to other router. Finally, you reach the destination. Check it. Trace RT will tell you how you reach the destination. Ping will tell you, can you reach the destination? Trace RT will tell you how you reach the destination. See, first I went to the my default gateway IP address. Second, my ISP related IP addresses from my router to my ISP. My ISP to some other routers. Because in this world, internet means networks of networks. So many networks are there. Okay. So there is we have to cross one network to another network to another network. Finally, we reach the destination. Okay. So that is how many routers you cross to reach the destination. We reached very quickly. Trace RT Facebook.com. You can also try these things in your system. But always, guys, the first one is always your router. See, first one or two are common because first one is router, second one is your ISP. Okay. From your ISP, again, it will search which direction packet has to send. That's why it is have a little difference. See, first two are same. Third one is little different. The fourth one is completely different. So then different path. Facebook is located in some different place. Google is placed in some different places. Okay. So you can try with a different websites like this. See, we reach facebook.com finally. Okay. This is TraceRT will tell you how you reach the destination. I done a ping command to my system, right? My mobile phone. Okay, this is I done ping command. If I use trace RT, okay, it is not showing any much gateway is not there. Why? Because my laptop, my mobile phone, both are in the same network, not outside. That's why it is not going through the gateway. Okay, it just directly go to the system. That's a trace RT. Will tell you how you reach the destination. Yes, understand ping and trace RT. Ping use ICMP protocol. Ping works based on ICMP protocol. Ping, packet internet grouper. Ping, packet internet grouper. Ping use ICMP protocol. Ping will tell you, can you reach the destination or not? Okay. Based on the ping responses, we can understand, can we reach the destination or not? If not, why can't we? What are the things we have to verify? Destination host not reachable, request timed out. Ping send echo request. So the packet is ping packet is echo request to the destination. Destination received the echo packet and reply with the same packet to the source. That's why we got a reply from destination. So we send echo request and we receive echo response from the destination. So that's we are looking at reply. If you got a reply, means you are able to reach the destination. Okay. So next Difference between LAN, WAN, VPN. So we'll discuss VPN separately. So LAN and WAN. Already we know what is the LAN and WAN, right? What is LAN? Local area network. WAN, wide area network. So local area network, wide area network. Right? Yeah, I just moved a little bit up. So what is the difference between LAN and WAN? LAN, local area network. WAN, wide area network. LAN communication range is within a room to entire building is a LAN communication range. WAN communication range is global. WAN communication range is global range. Okay. So WAN means it's a private to private. It's a global range. Okay. In a WAN, so one geographical area network to another geographical area network, we can able to communicate. For example, an organization, head office in New Jersey or New York and branch office in Hyderabad or a branch office in Noida. Okay. So both offices will connect and communicate each other. They will share information and data resources between these two networks. Both are geographically separated. How it is possible? WAN communication. Okay. WAN connectivity. So that is WAN. And WAN over public. You are accessing google.com, facebook.com, youtube.com. That is through WAN connection to the public. That is internet. You are connected. So then you are able to access all these things. So that is about a WAN. So LAN is like a local, it's a private kind of network. WAN is a global network, different geographical locations. We can able to connect it and we can communicate. That is a LAN and WAN main differences. Okay. Next is they ask for the VPN. VPN is a most commonly asked question, guys. VPN, Outlook, VPN. These both are generally asking questions. But VPN, I have separately discussed in this one. Yeah. What is a VPN? Virtual Private Network. What is VPN? Virtual Private Network. So, as I said earlier, I have an office in New York and I have an office in Hyderabad. Okay. In New York office, I have some servers are there, storage devices are networking connectivity, like a database servers are there, web servers are there, storage servers are there. If I'm in a New York office, I can access directly, right? In a Savantis office, I'm in a Savantis, same location, same physical location. I will directly connect within my private network, within my LAN, within my private network. I can able to access directly. Okay. Now, the same server is should be accessed from branch office. New York office server, I want to access from Hyderabad. How can we access? It's not a website to access directly from public. Direct server access, direct database access it is. Okay, direct storage access it is. We can't share through the internet, right? So how can we do it? So in the earlier days, they used not early days, till now we are using these leased lines are dedicated lines we used. These leased lines are dedicated lines between the branch offices, head office to branch office connection, dedicated for organizers. The leased line is a reserved circuit between two communication points, two communication. That is always active, rented for a monthly fee. Leased lines are dedicated, meaning that any bandwidth association with a leased line is solely for private organizational use. Okay. So what is that meaning? So these leisure lines are not your not like your broadband internet. Broadband internet are up to speeds. Okay. But these leased lines are dedicated speed, dedicated line between the 2 points and fixed bandwidth. Okay. So that is a means of private to private communication only. Same organization, private communication. It is a leisure line. But leisure lines we can't establish everywhere. People work from home. People work from small branch offices. They cannot go with the leisure lines. So we use a VPN. What is a VPN? Virtual Private Network. So this is one network in our branch office, another network, and our home, another network. So we are connecting from our network to we are connecting this private network from this private network or public network. Okay, using VPN, we can able to connect securely. Okay, we can able to connect securely from one private network to another network or public network. That is what it is, VPN. Virtual Private Network. Establish a VPN, establish secure encrypted connection between your computer and internet. Lot of definitions are there. I kept one more simple point. It is, see, a VPN, virtual private network, create a secure encrypted tunnel or public network. Allow remote users to access private company network safely. It ensures data privacy, allow employee to work securely from home, especially making remote compute act as if it is in an office. Okay. So from my home, I want to connect my office network. Again, guys, in our Savantis office, I have my own servers are there. My AI servers are there. My application servers are there. My ticketing servers are there. Now I want to connect it and I have to do some configuration in it from my home. How to do it? I have to connect my organization VPN server. Okay, from my laptop. So in my laptop, there is a VPN client application. ncpa.cpl. Okay. Right now it is not active, but you can see this is a Cisco Any Connect Secure Mobility Client Connection. This is the VPN client application. In the VPN client application, I have to specify VPN server connectivity details and my details also, my username, password also. Okay. So through internet, this data is sent to the VPN server. VPN server verifies my request, my credentials, then allow me to connect my organizational network. Okay. Now my laptop is now part of my organizational network. So I can directly access my organizational network related resources, their server, storage devices, network. So I can able to connect it, configure it like a local user. Okay, even I'm in my home, I connect it through internet, but how the person who is accessing directly in the same network, they can do it. Okay, this is also good answer, guys. You can try this answer. What is VPN? A secure VPN, virtual private network. Virtual private network creates a secure encrypted tunnel over the public network, means internet, allow the remote users to access the private company network safely. It ensures data privacy, allows employees to work securely from home. So when I'm accessing my organization network from my home, so what happened? The data what I'm sending and receiving is encrypted. So anybody in the internet and try to tamper my data, try to steal my data, so then they can't do it because data is encrypted. Even they capture the data also, they can't able to decode the data. Okay, so that is the point. Especially making remote computer act as if it is in an office. So the simple point wise also VPN, virtual private network, establish secure encrypted connection over the public network. What is a VPN will do? It establish secure encrypted connection between your organization network to your laptop. Okay, over the public. Over the public means internet. Use case, allow remote employees to access internal company resources safely. What is a VPN use? Allow remote employees to access internal company resource safely. Okay. How it is possible? The VPN use tunneling protocols. Tunneling protocols like L2TP, SSTP. Okay, that's like a layer 2 tunneling protocol, secure tunneling protocol, secure socket tunneling protocol, point-to-point tunneling protocols like these tunneling protocols are there. IKE, GRE tunneling protocols also they use. Okay, one word answer also there like this. VPN stands for Virtual Private Network. It technology creates secure and encrypted connection over less secure network like internet. That's it. Do not use this word for L1 support. Okay. For VPN stand for Virtual Private. Its technology creates secure encrypted connection over less secure networks. Internet is a less secure network. Okay. I understand it as a tool that allow remote employees to securely access company internal network data and application and from home, ensuring that data is protected from unauthorized access. So you are not allowing anyone, only allowing certain people through VPN to your organizational network. So only those people can able to access through internet, that to secure way, encrypted tunnels way. This is for troubleshooting. Okay, check the internet connectivity, verify the credential, restart the VPN client, check if address is correct or not. Okay, this is also good, guys. You can try what is VPN compared to my total nodes. Okay, just read and practice. Practice is important. How to tell answer. This is right. Here it is also said VPN. So here I have written same to same in your WhatsApp message also. Okay, in your WhatsApp message, that information, same what I discussed. Create secure encrypted tunnel over public network. Allow remote user to access private company network safely. It ensure privacy. Allow user work from home like this and all. Okay. So this is simple. What is VPN means? Okay. So what's the difference between LAN and a VPN? Oh, so what is the difference between LAN, MAN, and WAN? LAN is the network range. Okay. So LAN or WAN, network range, local area network. WAN means global network. So VPN means it's like a connecting your organizational network from your home or branch office through internet using VPN. Okay. So it is or WAN only, WAN connectivity only it is. So without WAN we can't do. So WAN means all global networks WAN connection only. Okay. So the difference, you don't go with direct differences, guys. Tell about what it is, That's it only. Hmm. Okay, we'll see all the network-based questions only, first of all. Okay. What is a IP address? What is a IP address. Already we know what is IP address. Okay, IP address. It's a logical address. IP address is a logical address. IP address is uniquely identify a device in a network. IP address is a uniquely identified device in the network. In a logical network. Okay. IP address is a address in the numerical form only. Okay. So IP address can be changeable. Okay, we can assign an IP address manually, or IP address can be assigned automatically. IP address can assign automatically by the DHCP server. In our home, our Wi-Fi router is act like a DHCP server. What about your mobile phone hotspot? Yes, when you connect with your mobile phone hotspot to your laptop, so your mobile phone hotspot is a DHCP server. Okay, in our home, generally our Wi-Fi router is act like a DHCP server. This DHCP server assign IP address to our client devices automatically. Okay. IP address can be changeable. We can change an IP address manually. It can be changeable. Automatically also it can be changeable by the DHCP server. If I connect today, I'm in home. I got an IP address from my home Wi-Fi router. If I go to office, I got IP address from my office DHCP server. So automatically IP address will be changes. Okay. IP address, two versions are there. IPv4 version, IPv6 version. IPv4 version, IPv6 version. Actually, you guys are directly went to the this is DHCP DNS, but I want to go a little bit. Yeah. In our document, how to check IP address also given. Of course, we seen how to check IP address. Otherwise, we can also see. Already we had told one command, right? IP config command. Okay. So IP address and MAC address difference also we'll see. Okay. IPv4, IPv6 two versions. IPv4 is 32-bit, IPv6 is 128-bit. IP address defines logical network. So you have a 10 devices connected. All these 10 devices will communicate each other or not. How it is, we can decide depends upon IP address config. If physically same network, logically same network or not, depends upon IP address only. Okay. So IP address defines what is logical network. Okay. So using IP address, we can divide a network into logical network also. We can divide an entire physical network into logical network also. Okay. That is IP address. MAC address. MAC address. Every NIC has a MAC address. Every NIC, network interface card, like your Wi-Fi adapters. Okay. Your wide adapters, Ethernet adapters or Wi-Fi adapters, all are having MAC address inside. Okay. So MAC address is a physical address. Okay. MAC address is also called as physical address. MAC address cannot be changed because the MAC address is assigned by the manufacturer of that NIC only. Okay. We can't assign or we can't change the MAC address. It is fixed address. Okay. MAC address 48-bit in size in binary represented in 12 hexadecimal number. Represents in hexadecimal number, 12 hexa numbers are there. This is IP address and MAC address differences. Anyway, we came to the IP address part, then we'll discuss about a IP. Okay. I crossed the line. One more common question, guys, IP address and IPv4 and IPv6 address. IPv4 and IPv6 address. IPv4 is 32-bit in binary format. IPv6 is 128-bit. 32-bit, 128-bit. IPv4 is the total IPv4 number of IPv4 addresses are 4.3 billion IP addresses. IPv6 is total IPv6 number of IP addresses are 3.4 billions of IP addresses, also called as undecillion. 3.4 undecillion. Exactly say 3.4 into 10 to the power of 38 means that, okay, 3.4 into 10 to the power of 38 number of IPv6 are there. But IPv6, all IPv6 are not released into the market. Okay. IPv4 will represent in decimal format. IPv6 represents in hexadecimal format. IPv4 represent in decimal format. IPv6 in represent in hexadecimal format. IPv4 is divided into 4 parts. Each part we call it as an octet. So totally in IPv4 we have 4 octets are there. Those separated by dot. IPv6 represents in the hexadecimal format, right? So totally 32 hexa numbers are in a IPv6. How many? IPv6 in a IPv6 address, one single IPv6 address, 32 hexa numbers are there. These 32 hexa numbers divided into 8 blocks, means each block get a 4 hexadecimal number and which is separated by colon. So how many blocks? 8 blocks. Each block contains 4 hexa numbers. Each block is separated by a colon. In IPv4, total 32-bit, represented in decimal format. We divide the entire 32-bit into 4 parts. Each part contains 8 bits. Means that 8-bit we call it as an octet. The octet range is 0 to 255. The octet range is 0 to 250. Means each octet, the numbers between 0 to 255 only. And these octets are separated by dot. First octet, second octet, third octet, fourth octet. Okay. Here, the total IPv4 address range, total IPv4 address range is start with a 0.0.0.0 to 255.255.255.255. Okay. This is total IPv4 range. We don't write a total IPv6 range. The total IPv6 range, if you want to write, you have to start with a all are zeros to all are Fs only. Means 32 zeros to 32 Fs. Okay. And each 4 of X numbers, it should be colon. Means 000 colon 000 colon 000 colon 000 colon like that. And the last number is FFFF colon FFF colon FF. This is a complete range. So it's a very big number. Okay. But in IPv4, this entire range is divided into 5 classes. But in IPv6, we didn't divide entire IPv6. Okay. We have taken only in IPv6, only the specific ranges are given for a specific type of communication. Okay. Specific type of communication. Example, global unicast address. Global unicast address. What is this global unicast address? For public communication, public IP address. The range is 200 colon colon to 3FFF. Okay. So if you see any IPv6 address, the first block between 200 to 3FF, it is a global unicast address. Okay, it's a global, it's a public IP address. Again, guys, IPv6 is secure than IPv4. IPv6 is the host range, means number of devices per one single IPv6 address is, okay, in the same network, we can able to connect. So huge number of devices we can able to connect it. Okay, IPv4 has a limitations. Okay, so IPv6 in an address, we can integrate our checksum data information, ISP related information, zonal information. Also, we can able to integrate inside. Okay. Next, unique local. What is unique local? Unique local is a private IP address. If you see any IPv6 address, the starting block is FC00 to FDFF. Meaning is it is a private IP solely for private use within an organization. Routable in the private means within an organization, we can create different networks and we can communicate, but within an organization only, not for a public communication. Link local. Link local is FE80. When you see any IP address for all our laptops, when you're checking an IP address, it will shows a link local IP FE80. FE80 link local is system self-generated IP address. We are not assigning that IP address. It is system self-generated IP address. By system itself, it is generating. Okay. It is useful to communicate within your segmented network, not your outside. Means you cannot cross router. Outside of the router network, you can't do it. Within your same segmented network, you can able to communicate. Okay. Multicast address FF00. So if you see an IP address with FF00 means in that range, okay, FF00 range, that is multicast range, means this multicast address we can't assign to any device, but different protocol use multicast address to communicate within that globe, between that protocol range only. Anycast, actually IPv4 is do broadcast address is there. The IPv4 broadcast address is 255 dot. I think I didn't written, but yeah, this is the broadcast address only. 255.255.255 is a broadcast address, means send packet to all the devices in the network. What is a broadcast? Send packet to all the devices in the network is a broadcast address. Okay. But in IPv6, any cast, it means send packet to everyone only if the destination is enabled with IPv6. Okay, the destination device is IPv4, IPv6 or only IPv6, send to that packet. Okay, if not IPv6 is not enabled in that destination device, don't send packet to that device. That is anycast. Broadcast means don't worry about the remote device. If it is connected, send packet to it. That's it only. That is a broadcast. Anycast means send packet only to the device where IPv6 is. Okay. And some more other differences also there. This is 0.0.0, which is in the IPv4 address. That is reserved IP. 0.0.0.0. It is reserved IP, also called as unknown IP address. Means that it is not related to any host, no specific host address, no specific network address, no specific host address. So this is called an unknown IP address. Okay, it is used by different protocols like a DHCP protocol for client purpose that use this IP address. Default routing. Sometimes you have to specify allow all network allow, all devices allow. So we specified with a call 0.0.0.0 like this. Okay, and this zero network means starting with a zero, that zero network also we can't assign to any place. This 0.0.0 is a reserved unknown IP address, right? In IPv6, that represent with a colon colon. That's represent with a colon colon. Okay. And one more network is also there. One IP, one more IP that is 127.0.0.1 is a reserved IP. It is also called as loopback address or localhost address. So what is a loopback address or localhost address? 127.0.0.1. What is the purpose? For self-testing. Ping 127.0.0.1 or ping localhost. What is the purpose of pinging to 127.0.0.1 or ping to localhost? For self-testing purpose. This is called as self-testing. Okay. It is like what is this colon colon 1? IPv6. Colon colon 1 means it's a IPv6 address. IPv4 is 127.0.0.1. This is a local host address. Why we are pinging? So now I told ping to IPv4 address. -4 means IPv4 address. Okay. What is the purpose of pinging? For self-testing. Self-testing means in my system, the network drivers are working or not. Okay, TCP IP services working or not. So I can able to check it. Okay, internet is not working, but everything is good. But the service is down. TCP IP service not working. You can't get an IP address. You can't communicate it to any devices. That is self-testing. Self-host accessing. In my laptop, I have a MySQL server is installed. In my laptop, I installed a MySQL server. I want to connect that MySQL server from my laptop only. So where is the server? In my laptop. Where is the client? In my laptop. So both are in the same system. You don't require to specifically system IP is not required. Just we can use 127.0.0.1 or a local host name. Okay, you can use either one. So that's what I'm saying. Of course, this loopback address or localhost address already shown now. This is colon colon 1. So guys, these are the major differences between IPv4 and IPv6. Again, still IPv4 points already, IPv6 points already told. Then we have to discuss about IPv4 classes and ranges. I have to identify the IP address. And you guys asked for a subnet mask. What is the subnet mask? Also, I will tell. Okay, because there are questions, so we are discussing based on the questions. How much I told, guys, you must read it at least. Okay. So understanding, guys, confusion, no confusion, not at all understanding, not at all confusion. Just a minute. Just want a water. That's it. Just one. Okay. So few of the points we'll discuss, and then we'll take a small break and continue. Okay. We can't take more time of breakers. Yeah. IPv4 classes. What is the total IPv4 ranges? 0.0.0.02, 255.255.255.255. This entire IPv4 address range is divided into 5 classes. 5 classes. Class A, Class B, Class C, Class D, Class E. Okay. Class A, Class B, Class C, Class D, Class E. Totally 5 classes. If any IP address in between 0 to 127, that is Class A. In my bracket, I put a 1 to 126 also. Why? Because the 0 is become invalid now. We can't assign any device with a 0 network, right? 0 network. What is a 0 network? So there is no sense in it. So unknown type only, unknown network only. So we can't use it. That's why it is written 1. Same as 127. 127 network also we can't assign to any device. So obviously 126. So valid range is 1 to 126 only, but total range is 0 to 127. Again, any IP address between 128 to 191, it is a class B. Any IP address is in between 192 to 223, it is class C. Any IP address in between 224 to 239, it is class D. Any IP address, it is the first octet of an IP address is in between 242 to 55 is a class C. Okay, so IP address is IPv4 address divided into 5 classes: Class A, Class B, Class C, Class D, Class E. Okay, based on its first octet. So that's where I done mistake. It's a first octet of an IP address. These are 4 octets: first, second, third, fourth. This is first octet. So the division is occurred based on the first octet only. Okay, so then the first octet of an IP address, the first octet of an IP address range it is. Okay, the class A range, if first octet is in between 0 to 127, it belongs to class A IP address. Okay, same class B 128 to 191, class C 192 to 223, class D 224 to 239, class C 240 to 255. Depends upon the first octet number. Okay, so their range. Okay, yeah, you can tell in a different way. So also, okay, like a IP address 5 classes: class A 10 to 127, class 128 to 191, class C 192 to 223, class D 224 to 239, class C 242 to 55. Okay, these are the things. Of course, class D and class E we can't assign to any device. 1 second. Okay, sorry. Yeah, this class E we can't able to assign to any device because it is R&D. We are not at all using, only for research, maybe in a future purpose. Okay. At class D, we are using for a multicasting purpose used by different protocols like a RIP version 2, AIGRP, OSPF type of routing protocols used is class D multicast address. We can't assign to any device. Okay, we can't assign any device with IP start with a 0 network. Also 127 network also. So you can use from 1 to 127, 128 to 191, 192 to 223. So class A, class B, class C are a unicast IP address. Class A, class B, class C are unicast IP address. Okay. So 1 to 126, 128 to 191, 192 to 223. These IP address we can assign to any device. Okay. This is to identify the IP address, which class of it. So for example, enter here given an IP address, ask for the class of IP address. So if you see the first octet, first, what are the second and third and fourth octets? Don't worry about it. Only thing is, any octet should not be more than 255. Any octet is more than, should not be more than 255. If it is more than 255, it is invalid. Okay, first one. Next, the first octet, look at the first octet and see the comparison. It's a 134. So this is 128 to 191. So it meaning is it's a class B. 156. 156 in between 128 to 191. So it is a class B. 10. 10 is in between 10 to 127, class A. 194 is in between 192 to 223. It's a class C IP address. 227, it is a class D IP address. Why? Because it's in between 224 to 239. So that is how we can identify the IP address and its class. There is few more points. One is subnet mask. Second one is your protocol and OSA model. Okay. So we are not having that much time to good explanations. Just we'll see some point. Guys, IP address, as I said, logical address. IPS represent network and host portion. IP address, two parts. Network portion and host portion is there. So you divide a network into logically. How it is possible? Based on the IP address. How? IP address, logical pattern on the logical address and host address kind of stuff. Okay. So here it is. Class A, class B, class C. These are a unicast address. We are using that one. Right. So class A, the first octet is network portion. First part is network portion, remaining representation of host. Class B, first two portions are network portion, remaining is host portion. Class C, first three portions are network portion, remaining is host portion. There is a rules are there, guys. Okay, there is a rules. What are the rules? So in your network, you configured with an IP addresses. You configured the device with an IP address. Okay, the devices in the same network, in the devices want to communicate each other. Their network portion must be same. Okay, if the devices want to communicate in the network, their network portion must be same and host portion is different. And an entire host portion not required to be different. At least one of the host portion is different. That is at least good. At least one of the host portion must be different. The devices in the same network can communicate each other means their network portion is same. Devices in the same network means their network ID is also same. The entire host portion should not be same in the same network. At least one of the host portion must be different. See it is, there is a three devices there. First two devices there, network portion is same and host portion is different. This is 33, this is 34. But a third device is different network portion. So third device cannot communicate it to first two devices. Here, the class B IP address. In the class B, first two portions are network portions. These three devices having same network portion and with a different host portions. Okay. Now, these two devices, different network portions are there. Here's the second octet, 24, then first octet, 182. So that's why it is. These first three devices will communicate each other. Second two devices cannot communicate each other. And you see, this is the five devices. The first two devices having same network portion because it's a class C. First three portions are network portions. And these three devices having different network portions. In a different octets, there is a differences there. Okay. So this is how, if you are troubleshooting a networking related issues, guys, remember, if you are troubleshoot any network related issues, very first thing is check the connectivity. Physical connection is always first you have to check it. If some device is not communicating to other devices, means first you have to check the physical connectivity. Second, what we have to check is a IP address. Remember, any network connectivity related issues. First, we have to have what you are checking, physical connectivity. Second, IP address. Third one, test the connection with a ping command. Test the connection with a ping command. Okay. So fourth one is check the protocol firewall. Check the firewall is allowing connectivity or not. Check the firewall. Yeah, someone put a message. Good. I already shared the PDF. Otherwise, I will share the PDF once again. No problem. Okay. Yeah. What is the subnet mask? Guys, what is subnet mask? Subnet mask is divide your IP address into network and host portions and get the network ID from your IP address. What is subnet mask? Subnet mask. It masks your network, subnet. Okay. So subnet mask divide your network and host portions of IP address and tell the network ID of IP address. Two devices want to communicate each other, their network ID must be same. How the system will understand all this process with the help of subnet mask. When you check IP address, and then it is a subnet mask is showing, right? So what is the purpose of subnet mask? The subnet mask will divide IP and host portion and IP into network and host portion. Two devices want to communicate each other in the same segmented network. Their network portion must be same or network ID must be same. Network ID same, so they can able to communicate each other. If both the source and destination not having same network ID or same network portion, the packet will send to the default gateway. Okay, when I'm communicating, when I try to ping to my mobile, the packet is checking. Yes, so my subnet, my system will check what is my network portion, what is the destination network, 192.168.1. So both are same. Both are in the same network. It will send packet directly to the mobile phone. So when I'm trying 192.168.2.0, it's a different network. It send packet to the default gateway. Okay. So that is what happened. So when you are communicating, so if destination in the same network, directly we are reaching the destination. Destination device, destination address is not in your same logical network. It will send to the default gateway. How system will understand based on the subnet mask. These are the default subnet masks: 255.0.0.0, 255.255.0.0, 255.255.255.0. These are the default subnet masks. If you have a time, then we'll discuss everything one by one. Private IP and public IP. Private IP, public IP. What is the private network, public network? Private IP, public network. Guys, in the private network, we use private IP address only. Either IPv4 private or IPv6 private IP addresses used for a private purpose. Our intranet purpose only, means our own local LAN network purpose only. We use this private IP. To use the private IP address, you don't require any licenses, or you don't need to pay to anyone to use the private IP. It is make you communicate within your private network, within your intranet only. Okay. With the private IP, you can't communicate anything from internet. Means you can't access google.com, facebook.com, youtube.com with your private IP. Okay. In IPv6, we are already discussed what is unique local. Unique local or a private IP address range is this one. Okay. But in IPv6, we have a classes. So in IPv4, we have a classes. IPv6, we have a categories, not a classes. In IPv4, we have a classes. Each class, there is a private IP address classes also there. In a class A, 10 network is a private network. Only one network, 10 network. Class B, there is a 16 networks are given for a private purpose. 170.16 to 170.31 networks all are for a private purpose. 170 to 16, 170 to 17, 170 to 18, like up to 170 to 31 are all these networks are private networks only. Class C, so totally 256 networks in the class C. 192.168. So the complete 192.168 range is private range only. So when you see any IP address 192.168, it means it's a private only. When you see any IP address 172.16 or 170.17 or up to 170.31, these are all private IP address only. From class A, 10 is a private. Okay. Class C, 190.168.0 network to 192.168.255 network. Means 192.168.1, 168.0, 168.1, 168.2, 168.3, up to 168.255. These are all 256 networks are private networks. Private is non-routable in public. You cannot access anything in the public. Routable in private, not routable in public. Look at this, guys. What is my IP address? This is my IPC 192.168.1. This is my system IP address, right? This is the private IP 192.168 means it's a private only, right? But with a private IP, how can I access the internet? So there is a technique called a NAT and PAT technique. NAT, network address translation, PAT, port address translation. What is this NAT and PAT? Which connects your local, your private network to public network. Okay. Like my system, in this world, same private IP users also there. So many people in this world, there are using 192.168.1 network. Okay. So how they can able to access this internet? Okay. In our office, we use 170.16 network. Okay. In my home, I'm using 192.168 network. Good. Okay. What I'm saying? NAT and PAT is the technique to connect between your private network to outside public network. So what is this NAT? It maps your private IP address to public IP address. But in the NAT used in a generally in organization, because in organizations we have a direct servers are there, right? Your web server. So inside your organization, your web server having a private IP, but through accessing to public, it should be accessed through public IP address only. We use a NAT there. So one-to-one type means your private IP and public IP mapped. So if you have a 10 private IP addresses, map it to 10 public IP addresses. That is PAT. Port address translation. Port address translation. So in generally in our home, we have a more number of devices. For each device, there is a private IP, but for example, you have a 10 devices in your home, you require a 10 public IP to communicate outside. Okay. So that is very costly because public IP addresses are costly. In organizations, they can pay for their public requirement, but in a private organization, in our own home, it's difficult, right? So what we do, PAT, port address translation means multiple private IP address will map it to one single public IP. Multiple private IP address map it to single public IP. In case you are having a Wi-Fi router in your home and connected with the multiple devices like your mobile phones, laptops with the same thing. Check each individual device, their private IP, and go to their Google Chrome and type what is my IP address in Google Chrome. Type what is my IP address in all the devices. They will all shows almost all same public IP. Why? Because all your devices are connected outside with the same public IP only. But we didn't purchase any public IP here. So ISPs take care of your public IP. That's why almost all always same or maybe little different from one device because most of the people are connected with the same public IP. Okay. So NAT and PAT. NAT means one-to-one map, private, one single private IP address to one single public IP. If you have multiple, like a 10 private IP address are there, 10 public IP is required. Mainly used for organizations to connect their web servers or websites to outside, means direct public connectivity related devices use PAT. You're accessing google.com, facebook.com. Inside they have a private IP. When we are connecting, they use a public IP to connect. And we are all using PAT technique, so which we are accessing your google.com, facebook.com. Answer. Okay. Yeah. This is how to assign an IP address. What's the difference between manual and automatic IP? This is also asked in the just previous batch question. Okay. So what is the manual configuration and automatic configuration? Okay. So we can assign an IP address to our devices manually or automatically. To assign an IP address automatically, so go to the network connections window, ncpa.cpl. Right click on the adapter, go to status. First check the details. See that I got an IP address. Right. Now I want to get IP address automatically only. Setting is automatic. DHCP enable S means, so I specified this adapter, get IP address automatically. Go to the properties. Okay. Scroll down IPv4. See the IPv4 properties. So here it is, obtained IP address automatically, obtained DNS server address automatically. What is that meaning? Obtained IP address automatically, obtained DNS server address automatically. So I put a setting for this adapter. try to get IP address automatically from the DHCP server. Okay, this is automatic configuration or dynamic address. Automatic configuration. Manual configuration. Okay, check it. This device also set with the DHCP enabled S. But IP address showing differently is not correct IP address. So where there is no DHCP server address, no DNS server address, mainly no DHCP server address. So this IP I didn't get it from DHCP server. If you see 169.254, also it is not showing IP address, it is showing auto configuration. Mean this adapter unable to get IP address from DHCP server. So if you do not have a DHCP server, so you should configure manually. Okay, you should configure manually. Second, you have a specific types of devices. You have a specific devices. Example, specific devices. For example, you have a some storage server, web server. Servers are there. Servers, anything. Servers, the database servers. Okay, anything. Servers are there. Printers are there. Routers are there. For these devices, you should give always static. So which devices you should give static IP for a servers, storage servers, like a storage, no, don't go to storage, servers, any kind of servers, routers, routers, printers, because these devices always require same IP, always in the same organization only. Okay, so the IP should not be changed automatically. Always should be the same IP. That is very important. That's why we should give static IP. So to whom you should configure dynamic IP? Why should we use a DHCP or why should we take a DHCP? For example, my laptop today connected here in our home. Tomorrow, maybe on Monday, I will go to office. Then I will get a DHCP network, right? So sorry, my office network is required. So if I go with static, so first I have to connect to my network. I have to change my IP address manually. No DHCP. So I have to configure manually. So Monday I go to office again. I have to change my IP address again. So whenever the network changes, I have to change IP address manually. That's very difficult. And in organization, we have a lot of devices are there. So many devices are. For every device, you have to change an IP address is big challenge. And by manually configuration, that to multiple devices, also you do mistakes. You may enter the wrong IP address or you may enter the wrong IP address or a conflicts. Means you may configure same IP for 2 or more devices. So that is also possible. Okay. To configure manually, you have to select use following IP address. Okay. Use following IP address. So just I'm giving a sample IP address, nothing difference. Okay. Just for understanding only. And if you observe, so many people add this extra 8.8.8. It's a Google DNS. Okay. Sometimes your local DNS server unable to resolve the name to IP address. Okay. So you try to open any website with a name, but you cannot able to connect. But if you know their IP address, it is working, means internet is working, but you try to open in a name, you cannot able to resolve it. So what to do? Maybe your local DNS server not fetching the IP address properly. So you can use an alternative DNS is 8.8.8. and also then check it. Okay. If it is automatically configured IP address, you can also go to this option in the DNS. Go to DNS tab, add 8.8.8, 4.4.4.4, 8.4.4.4, like that you can add it. Okay. You can go to advanced options and also you can do that one. So I configured manually. See, DHCP enable no means IP address configured manually. If you see, there is a two IP configuration showing here, manually and previous automatic. And close it, open it again, or disable enable. So then that error will be gone. See now, DHCP enable now, you can see an IP address. What is missing? DHCP server is missing. Why? It is manually configured. Why should we configure manually? The device always required same IP. It is not a moving device. It is stable device only. Always required same IP. Mainly we use it for servers, routers, okay. The firewalls like a VPN devices, we use static IPs. Dynamic means moving, connecting, disconnecting devices. I connected today, I connected later some another network. So those devices require dynamic IP addresses. So this is DHCP configured. You can see DHCP configured. DHCP enabled means the setting is obtained IP address automatically. You can also see DHCP server address. You got IP address from that DHCP server. Okay. So it is a laptop. So obviously to my laptop, my network, I should get IP address always automatically. So always select obtained IP address automatically. You got IP address properly, but still the DNS resolution issues are occurs. And go to the advanced options, select DNS, add, type 8.8.8, add, okay, close. So that will helps to resolve the DNS address properly. Okay. So in GUI mode also go to try to check the IP address, guys. How to check the IP address in the notes already previously already I told us. Okay. Manually configuration, automatic configuration. The steps also I specified here. This is APIPA. Already I told you when you check the IP address, it is showing 169.254. It means your system, that adapter specifically not connected to any DHCP server, or DHCP server is not there, down, DHCP server is down, service is down, or DHCP server addresses are completed. Now what to do? Okay. So what happened? System itself assign an IP address. System unable to get IP address from DHCP server. System assign IP address from APIPA range, automatic private IP address range. Okay. How to resolve this APIPA? First of all, check the DHCP server. Is DHCP server is connected or not? Check the DHCP server having IP addresses available or not. Okay. Restart the DHCP services. Okay. And try reconnect and get a IP address from DHCP. Now DHCP server is working, but still IP address is within this, it is still showing 169.254 IP only. So you can disable and enable the adapter or do this command. What is that command? To remove or release or flush the automatic configured IP addresses, the command is ipconfig space /release. This command will remove or release the command, means flush the commands automatically configured. It is actually configured or maybe APIPA configured. It will remove first. I didn't enter the command, guys. It's just I put a control C, okay, to show you the command. Once you release the IP address, automatic configured IP address released, then you have to renew to get a IP address. Again, try to get IP address from DHCP. Okay. Remove old IP, automatically configured old IP address. To get a new IP, again renew. Okay, this is your IP addresses. This is also one important question. Protocols, HTTP, HTTPS difference. Okay, OSI model, TCP, UDP difference. These are all important only. Yes, generally I will tell all the protocols and their port numbers, but I am going to tell only port number. Just 1 minute. We'll go into the questions once again. Any troubleshooting question? Yeah. How do you resolve issue with Wi-Fi is not working? Wi-Fi not working or unable to connect Wi-Fi? Like that questions also. Um, Up to now, any questions, doubts? Are there IP config, ping command, LAN and WAN, DNS? What is DNS? What is DNS? So this is my DNS server address. Okay. What is DNS? What is DNS? Look at here. When I'm trying to access something, tpointtech.com, www.google.com, mail.google.com, mail.google.com. See, this is mail.google.com, right? tpointtech.com, meet.google.com, okay? Facebook.com, YouTube.com. So when I'm trying to reach my destination, I know the name of the destination, but I don't know their IP address. My system do not know the IP address of google.com, www.google.com. System do not know the IP address of the destination. So what happened? System send request to the DNS server. DNS server returns IP address of the destination. So system knows, now the system knows the IP address of destination. System try to communicate with that IP address. So I try to open tpointtech.com. My system don't know the IP address of tpointtech.com. What my system will do it will send a request to the DNS server. It may not get output, guys, don't worry. A command run. Okay, we may not get the output properly because of this kind of stuff. I have a multiple virtual adapters are there. Because of these virtual adapters also, I am unable to get output. Okay. I have to do it so very carefully. Yeah, I think these two are a problem. I will try again. Yeah, now I'm getting. Yes, it is tpointtech.com. These are their IP address. What is the command? NSLOOKUP. NSLOOKUP is a command to check the IP address of destination device. You give a name, it will send request to DNS server. From DNS server, you got that IP address, tpointtech.com IP address. Same you can try for a google.com, facebook.com, youtube.com. Okay, these are all google.com IP address. It will try to connect at least any one of the IP address to get a reply. Okay, so what is that, guys? What is the DNS? You don't know the destination IP. You know the name, but don't know the IP address. Request sent to the DNS server. DNS server will give the IP address. Now you will communicate with the IP address only. Okay, all communications by IP address. The DNS server store the records of DNS server store the records of name and IP addresses. So you give a name, you got an IP address. It resolves an IP address to the name or name to IP address. DNS server resolve name to IP address. So you given a name, it will give you their IP address. That is DNS. What is DHCP? Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol. From DHCP server, you are getting an IP. Which IP? Your system does not have an IP address. You got IP address from the DHCP server. Your system IP, you got it from DHCP server. tpointtech.com IP address, you got it from DNS server. Understand, guys? Your IP address, your system IP, you got it from DHCP server. Google.com IP address, your system got a IP address of google.com from DNS server. That's the difference. Okay. You can understand, you can get a doubt. Sir, if I told that much, very simple. Is it a right or wrong? Guys, very important in interview. 2 points for your HCL interview mainly. One is communication. How simple you will communicate. Second one is, do you understand the subject or not is very, very important. Not the simple or higher. Okay. How you understand the subject. Instead of telling big stories, you will tell how the real point in it, what is your observation wise. Okay. Because that is people, they want it. People who are learning, real learning people. Okay. That's the important one. Yeah, Wi-Fi not working, internet is slow, system is slow. Okay. Uh, IP MAC address, we are already discussed, right? Max to max, not max to max, guys. Not even a 50% also didn't discuss. We have to discuss, it take time. So only 2 points I will tell. One is Wi-Fi not working. Okay. Means you connected to the Wi-Fi router. So you are unable to connect Wi-Fi. Unable to connect Wi-Fi router. So you click on the Wi-Fi symbol and then you try to connect your Wi-Fi router. So you check the Wi-Fi name and click on the connect. You given a password. That is how to connect it to the Wi-Fi router. So go to the Wi-Fi symbol or a globe symbol in your system. Okay. It will show the list of Wi-Fi names. So click on your own Wi-Fi name and click on connect. It asks for the password. Give the password. You will get connected. Now you are trying to connect it, unable to connect. What to do? You can try go to that location only. So go to the Wi-Fi, more Wi-Fi settings, or you can go to the settings. From here also you can go to settings. In the settings, go to network and internet. There, Wi-Fi, network and internet and Wi-Fi. And find manage known networks. Manage known networks. And see your Wi-Fi name. If you are already connected earlier, right now you are unable to connect it. The old settings are changed. So that's why you are unable to connect it right now. So click on the forget. So the Wi-Fi previous settings will be removed. Then now you can able to connect it freshly. Okay, that is Wi-Fi connectivity issue. You can't able to connect Wi-Fi router. How to solve it? Okay, your Wi-Fi router not working. So make sure that is power LED is blinking or not. Power LED is blinking or not. Okay, your Wi-Fi is connected. Power is also connected. Power on is also there. But power LED is not blinking. So either it is the charger problem or Wi-Fi is damaged. You have to replace your Wi-Fi. Okay. Wi-Fi power LED is blinking. So it means Wi-Fi router is good, running. So now check the backside power connection. Try to restart the power Wi-Fi router. Try to restart the Wi-Fi router. Check the backside internet connection and check the LED status on the Wi-Fi router. Okay, the Wi-Fi LED is blinking or not. Okay, the Wi-Fi LED is blinking or not. Okay, internet LED is blinking or not. Should be green color, not yellow or red color. If it is showing yellow or red color, complain to the ISP. In your home, your internet is not working. What you will do? In your home, your Wi-Fi internet is not working. What you will do? The primary verification you will do it, right? What is that? Your Wi-Fi router is running or not. Okay, restart the Wi-Fi router. Okay, check the backside connectivity. Remove and reinsert the backside internet connection. In a sometimes, if possible, we'll check the roof connectivity. So from your home cable to sometimes in your building only, they will put a one cable box. We have a ACT connection is there. So what happened? The in the top floor in a penthouse is there, no, on a rooftop. There is a junction box. There is a switch box is there. People that is required power supply. They connected to the power supply. Whenever we checking internet not working, we are calling them. They said we will come back. So one day we got doubt and we went to the top floor and check it. What happened to this connection? There is one guy removed our that switch box plug connection. He put his mobile phone charging there. Okay. So that type of people also available in this world. Okay, we can't judge anyone. He removed our internet switch box is there. Okay, that connectivity, wired connectivity one. Okay, they removed the power connection. Actually, that connection also from my home only. Okay, he removed it and put his mobile phone charging there. That type of people. So check the if any possibility is there, any nearest connectivity problem is there on that. Okay. And next one is log into your Wi-Fi router. Okay, in the bottom of Wi-Fi router, there is a login instructions are there. So open the uh, connect to the Wi-Fi router, type the URL and password. So then log into your Wi-Fi router, check the WAN status or internet status, you can find it. Okay, internet status is showing zeros, no connection. Then better to give a complaint. So you try basic troubleshooting. If not working, what you will do? Log the complaint to internet service provider, right? That's why we can't do anything. So your ISP related issue also you can't troubleshoot it. You will troubleshoot only for your device, your in place only. If not working, then you will go to the ISP complaint. So what are the steps? Check the Wi-Fi router properly connected or not. Power LED is blinking or not. Wi-Fi LED is blinking or not. Internet LED RGB on RGB ON. GPON, that LED is blinking or not. Internet LED blinking or not. Restart the Wi-Fi router. Check the backside connection. Okay. So try reconnect to the Wi-Fi router. If possible, try to log into the Wi-Fi router and verify the connection status. WAN or internet connection status, check it. Okay. So if you do not find any specific, like a WAN is not working or internet status showing no IP, so then log the complaint to the Wi-Fi. If you are unable to log in, sometimes this Airtel Geo not allow you to connect your own Wi-Fi router. So what we have to do? Nothing, just you have to give a complaint to the ISP. Okay. Internet is slow, what to do? Internet is slow, what to do? So how to check the internet speed? How to check the internet speed? This question also asked in simple. So how to check the internet speed? So do you know any testing tool? So one way is type Google speed test. So you can find this run speed test also. You can click on the run speed test, check the internet speed. Okay, of course, mine is 40 Mbps. Okay, it will show like that. Okay, mine is 40 Mbps. No problem. Okay, so you can test using this Google run speed test. Preferably This is speedtest.net. You can go to the speedtest.net. Just wait for a second. Okay, then you see the go is blinking, right? So click on the go. So it will check the total internet speed. Okay, both upload and download speed. When you are purchasing any internet speed nowadays, the upload and download both are same. In earlier days, upload speed is different, download speed is different. Now in upload and download, almost all same. Like you take 40 Mbps means both are 40, almost 40, you will get it. Okay, both are, you take internet speed is 100, you will get 100. Okay, both 100 download speed and this one. Okay, first check the internet speed. How to check the internet speed? Next, internet is slow, what to do? So first check the internet speed, total internet speed. Internet speed is showing good, but your access of internet experience is very low. Then what to do? Go to your browser. Go to your browser. And there it is. You can find history. Go to the history. Delete browsing data. Select everything all the time. Select all the time. See a lot of dust in my system. Select everything. Okay. Select all the time. Select everything. Delete from this device. So clean all the browsing history from all the browsers. Okay, from all the browsers. Delete all the browsing histories from all the browsers. Next one is go to your adapter. Go to your adapter. Right click on adapter, disable and enable. See, when you see adapter status, there is a lot of packets sending and receiving it there. So like a very junction, sometimes your adapter not freeing the old packets. Okay, what we will do? Disable the adapter, enable the adapter. Disable the adapter, enable adapter. What I told, 3 points I told right now. One is check the internet speed, total internet speed. Second one is close all the internet related applications like a web browsers, close it. Any application connect to the internet, for example Microsoft Teams, internet based application, right? Close all internet based working applications and test the internet again. Okay, test the internet and remove all the browsing history, cookies, caches. Remove entire browsing history. You can use CCleaner or you can use go to each and every browser, clean up the histories. Okay. Disable, enable the network adapter. Disable, enable the network adapter. Restart the Wi-Fi router. Restart the Wi-Fi router. So then restarting Wi-Fi router is become fourth point. 4 or 5 point. Okay. The first points are from your system. You have to do this one. And experiencing low internet only from your device or other devices also. Only in your laptop or any other laptop. Okay. So check that one. Okay. So that is how you troubleshoot internet is slow. System is slow. Already I told system is slow. What to do? Close all the applications. Okay. Try to clean up your C drive. Okay. Remove data from your C drive. Okay. Uninstall the old applications. Okay. I didn't told, right? For your batch, I didn't told. Okay. No, okay. Switch and router. I think in networking, this is almost all. There are a lot of networking questions are there, guys. Not only this, if internet not working, what you will do? We are already discussed that one, right? Okay. OSA model, TCP, UDP difference. These are two are also very important. Okay. This is a difference between switch and router. What is difference between switch and router? Okay. Switch used for LAN communication. Switch is used for LAN communication. Okay. Router used for both LAN and WAN communication. Switch is used for single network purpose, single segmented network. Switch is for single network purpose only. Okay. Router used for a between the network. Router is between different network. Router is a inter-networking device. Switch is a layer 2 device. In a YSA model, layer 2 device. Router is a layer 3 device. Okay. So again, switch use MAC address to send packet to the destination. Switch use a MAC address table to send packet to the destination. Router use routing tables to send the packet to the destination. Okay. Switch maintain the MAC address table. Switch use the MAC address table to send the packet to destination. Switch used for LAN communication. Switch is layer 2 device used for both small and large networks. Large number of devices we connected to the switch. Okay. Router is works with a logical address, means IP address. Switch work with a MAC address, physical address. Router works with a logical address, IP address. So router is inter-networking device, means it connect two or more networks. Switch create one network, means used for one network only. But router connect between different networks, inter-networking device. Switch used for LAN communication. Router used for both LAN and WAN communication. So switch comes under layer 2 device in the YSA model. Router comes under layer 3 device in the YSA model. Switch works with a MAC address table to send packet to the destination in the network. So router use routing tables to send packet to their destination network. Okay. So these are the small differences. Based on the network, guys, hardware, network, so many are there. So one day we can't able to cover everything. If you are interested, I will connect tomorrow morning. Okay. Again, afternoon I have a very important work. So then if you are interested, so you have to tell, okay, by today evening, then I will cover other things also. Otherwise, we'll take another 10-15 minutes, we'll come. Okay. So already previously hardware also we have a lot of things. Yeah. These are the OSA model: application layer, presentation layer, session layer, transport layer, network, or data link, and physical layer. So what is a OSA model? Open system interconnect. It is a network model. It is a reference model. By understanding of OSA model, you can able to maintain the network, troubleshoot network related issues. Okay, we can understand the network, maintain the network, and troubleshoot network related issues by understanding OSA model. Because OSA model is a reference model, not applicable. What model we are using? Which network model we are using generally? TCP/IP network model. TCP/IP protocol suite we are using TCP/IP. Okay. So OSA model contains 7 layers. Application layer, seventh layer is application layer. Presentation layer, session layer, transport, network, data link, and physical layer. The layer numbers are different. First layer is a physical layer. Second, layer 2 is a data link layer. Third layer, layer 3 is network layer. Layer 4 is transport layer. Layer 5 is session layer. Layer 6 is session presentation layer. Layer 7 is application layer. Okay. Network, router, like, yeah, these are the devices. But okay. Transport layer called as out of OSA model end-to-end connectivity. Network, data link, and physical layer, hardware layers, application presentation session, or software layers. Okay, guys, two point wise I will tell. Two or 3 points wise each layer I will tell. I will try. Application layer means application only, guys. Application layer indication for application. What is application? Your web browser is a application. To communicate in the network, what are the layer-wise communication? Layer-wise communication. To communicate in the network, what is the from which you are communicate? From where we will start? You open an application, you open a web browser, you open an Outlook, like that, right? So that is a application layer. Application is like your example, web browser. To access a website, you open a web browser. Okay. So simple example. So application layer, indication of application. To communicate in the network, first thing is you open an application. Through application, depends upon your types of communication, use that application. Different types of communication, use different type of applications, right? Mail communication, you use Outlook. Remote access, using SSH, you use PuTTY application. Okay. So SSH client applications, you use it. Okay. For mail communication, mail client application, you use it. Like an example, Outlook. Outlook is a mail client application. For web access, you use a web browser. Okay, web browser, right? So like that, different types of communication, different applications use it. As well as based on the types of communication, you use different protocols also. For web-related communication, use HTTP, HTTPS protocol. For web-related communication, we use HTTP, HTTPS protocol. What's the difference? HTTP, HTTPS? HTTPS is secure. Okay, it is use SSL or encrypt your data. SSL, HTTPS is use encryption. Data is encrypted. HTTP, no encryption. Data is not secure. Okay. SMTP, POP3, IMAP. These are the mail communication protocol. These are the mail communication protocols. Okay. Mail communication related protocols. So SMTP, POP3, IMAP. SSH, Telnet, RDP, remote access based communication. SSH, Telnet, RDP, remote access based communication. FTP, upload or download communication. You know DHCP for getting IP address from DHCP server, right? You got IP address from DHCP server. So protocol is DHCP protocol. You got an IP address of specific device. You given a name and you got IP address of that device, right? From DNS server, the protocol is DNS protocol. Centralized authentication, Kerberos and LDAP. Monitoring purpose, we use SNMP protocols. So what protocols use? Based on what type of communication, we use that protocols. Based on what type of communication, we use that protocols. Depends upon what type of communication we use that related application. That is, application layer is about your client and server applications and their protocols are port numbers. Application layer. Presentation layer, three duties, guys. Encoding, decoding, compress, decompress, encryption, decryptions. What is this encoding? What are the data you are sending? It will be converted into ASCII format. That is encoding. Compress the data and encrypting the data. Session layer, it creates a session. Whenever you open anything, you try to pay amount using PhonePe or Google Pay. You open, you scan the QR code, session is created. Entire session will be complete within that session ID only. Means you scan the QR code, okay, the UPI server verify the person name or vendor name. You enter the amount, click OK. Okay, bank will verify and ask for the PIN number. You enter the PIN number. So amount will be deducted from your bank, sent to the your vendor bank through UPI transaction done, transaction successful. This total cycle will be done in the same session only. So whenever you start communicating, you open a website, are you sending email, or you are purchasing something in your online, okay? You're downloading a file from the internet, okay? Session is created and the session will be maintained and terminated after session is completed. Once session is completed, session will be terminated. Okay, as long as communication is going on, the session will be maintained. The session layer also do authentication and authorization. It carry your identity information also, because who is connecting, how the people know is it, right? Session also carries your authentication and authorization information. Transport layer, this is a heart of OSI model. Transport layer is a bigger one than anything. The transport layer is what is transport layer? Uh, it segment the data. What is the transport layer will do? It segment the data. It segment all the data into small pieces. It chop the data into small pieces. Okay. See numbering and sequencing. It arrange the data into sequence order. Okay. Transport layer, what you do? It segment the data. It chop the data into small pieces. It numbering and sequencing. It number each segmented data with a number, sequence order number. And it add TCP and UDP protocols. We've seen the certain protocols, right? That protocols port number, source port number, destination port number will be added in the TCP and UDP pattern. What is this TCP and UDP pattern? We'll see that one. TCP, Transmission Control Protocol, UDP, User Datagram Protocol. Okay. So certain protocols, we've seen certain protocols, right? Some protocols are TCP type protocol, some are UDP type protocol. TCP type protocol or acknowledgement based protocol. UDP is a no acknowledgement protocols. Okay, TCP type protocols are connection oriented and reliable protocols. TCP connection oriented means it will verify the destination is available or not. Then only it will transfer the packet. Okay, again, acknowledgement based, reliable. So source send packet to destination, destination received a packet and give acknowledgement to the source. That is, the source understand destination is received. Okay, like if source not received an acknowledgement from the destination, source not received acknowledgement from the destination. Okay, what happened? Source think destination not received, source think destination not received, it will still send the packet. That's why it is TCP type protocols are reliable, connection oriented, acknowledgement based. UDP protocols will send packet to destination without verifying the destination is available or not. Okay. So source send packet, destination receives. Destination received or not, source don't know. Source don't know, destination received or not. That's why it is non-reliable protocols, connectionless protocols. People get a doubt, that is, sir, if source don't know destination received or not, if destination not received, what happened? Actually, these UDP protocols mainly for broadcast-based protocols only. Like DHCP, entire DHCP communication is broadcast-based protocols only. DNS, sometimes it is broadcast-based protocol, sometimes it is unicast type. That's why DHCP is TCP as well as UDP also. Okay. So SM, TCP and UDP. Example, STTP, SMTP, FTP, SNMP. These are TCP type protocol. UDP, DHCP, DNS, TFTP are UDP type protocol. This is most commonly asked question, guys. What's the difference between TCP and UDP? Transmission Control Protocol, User Datagram Protocol. Some protocols, example, STTP, SMTP, FTP, these are all TCP type protocols, DHCP, DNS, TFTP, UDP type protocols. TCP is acknowledgement based, UDP is no acknowledgement. TCP is a connection oriented, UDP is connectionless. TCP is reliable and UDP is non-reliable. TCP is compared to UDP little slower, UDP is faster. Why UDP faster? Acknowledgement. No, we don't need to wait for an acknowledgement and all. Okay. In TCP, source and data to destination. First of all, connection oriented means not a wide or wireless. It's not a Wi-Fi or wide connection, guys. It's not about it. Connectionless, connection oriented. Connection oriented means source check the destination availability or not. Okay. Connectionless means we don't check this about a destination. Okay. So connection oriented, reliable, acknowledgement based. Source send packet to destination. Destination will give acknowledgement to the source. The source understand destination is received. For source not received an acknowledgement, so source think destination is not received, source will send the packet to destination again. In UDP, source send packet to destination, and source don't know destination is received or not. That's it. So this is your OSA model, and also I completed other things. You can also check, guys, this difference. OSI and TCP model difference. In TCP IP, we have application, transport, internet, and network access layer. 4 layers are there. It is just a comparison, not a differences, guys. Meaning is, in TCP IP, the application layer will do all the functions of application, presentation, session also. Sorry. I discussed about TCP and transport layer. I jump directly next one. Okay, sorry. Network layer. Mistake. Network layer. What is the network layer? Network layer works with the routed and routing protocols. So network layer, we are all using IP address. So network layer works with a logical address. We use IP address, right? So source IP, destination IP is added to your segment. What is segment? Segment means in the transport layer, data is divided into segments, right? Data is divided into small pieces. For that pieces, we are adding TCP and UDP port numbers. Okay, source and destination port numbers are added to this. And what is the sequence number? Okay, number of packets we are sending, window size. That is called a segment. What is a segment? Segment means a TCP header is added to the data PDU. What is this the kind of segmenting number and protocols, TCP, UDP protocols, and window size is also added. Okay, next. Okay, that is segment. To this segment, we are adding network header. Network header means source IP, destination IP added, plus routing protocol information is added. Next, that is become packet. Okay, from network layer, PD is packet. From transport layer, PD is segment. In data link layer, logical link control and MAC layer, 2 layers are there. This logical link control will link the connection between your upper layers and bottom hardware layers, as well as your protocols. WAN protocols works in a data link layer. We calling WAN. WAN means WAN protocols. If you connect two networks using WAN connectivity, it means you use WAN protocols are there, like a PPP, SDLC, frame relay, MPLS. These are all WAN protocols only. Okay. Another one is MAC layer, physical layer address. Here, what is a physical layer? It is MAC layer, media access control. We know it is 48-bit, 12 represented in 12 hexagon. Source MAC address, destination MAC address added to your packet, and CRC, cyclic redundancy check. What is CRC? Cyclic redundancy check. It is an algorithm. It generates a checksum data, from your data. CRC generate a checksum data from your data. The checksum data is added to your packet as a data tail. So source MAC address, destination MAC address, packet, CRC. Now it is become frame. So what is the purpose? When you send a packet to destination, Destination use this CRC checksum data to verify the data. If data is good, accept the packet. Data is not good, drop the packet. It is for error checking purpose. That frame is sent to the physical layer. It convert into bit stream. Bit stream is convert into the signal. Which signal depends upon your physical layer hardware. So for example, you are using our Ethernet, fast Ethernet, gigabit Ethernet. The connectivity is UTP, STP type based cable connection. So the signal convert into electrical signal. Okay. If you are connecting through Wi-Fi, Wi-Fi is a radio signal. It convert into the radio signal. Okay. Which with a what frequency 2.4 or a 5 gigahertz frequencies. Fiber channel. Fiber channel means you use HBA adapters, fiber optical adapters, use it. Using fiber cable you are connected. So signal is light wave signal. Okay. So this is your OSA model, application, presentation, session, transport, network, data link, and physical layer. Okay, from transport layer, you got a segment, network layer packet, data link layer is a frame, and a physical layer, first it convert to frame to bit stream to the, based on the physical connectivity. Some commands we are already discussed, guys. Ping, traceRT, ipconfig all, ipconfig release, ipconfig renew. Okay. When what is the ping command, trace command also there in the notes. I will share the notes. Majority I kept on the networking portion only, not on the hardware part today, now at least. But read all the previous batch questions from starting. And also I shared some questions and answers in your WhatsApp group. Please go through that questions and answers. Okay. So read it. If you have any doubt or a question, put it in your WhatsApp group. I will give the information either immediately or maybe after some time also I can give it. Okay. Second one, guys, if you are all agreed to come to tomorrow morning session like this today, if you are all agree, you guys are discuss, vote. If you are all agree to attend the session tomorrow, I will conduct session tomorrow. We will discuss all your doubts plus your hardware related questions, Outlook, VPN, already explained VPN. VPN I explained. Okay. So what is an Outlook? Or if you want a video related to also, I can give the video. You can go to my channel, you can find the videos also. Okay. You can go through it. Try today maximum. Okay. Find out all the questions and answers from your previous batch questions and answers. Try it. Okay. And discuss with you guys. You guys are discuss it together and discuss. If you want to discuss anything, I will make session tomorrow. You have to tell me. I don't tell. Okay. So you must tell by tomorrow morning, 8 or 9 o'clock, or at least today evening, night, or maybe tomorrow morning earlier. So I will take at least 1 half day. I will dedicate 3 hours to you. So for revising based on the hardware questions and all. Okay. First try today. Maximum try. Okay. Find all the questions and answers and practice. If you have any doubt, or maybe you have a doubt in how to tell an answer, if you need any videos are related to that one also, I can share it. Okay. If still we need if you are able to join multiple members, like at least 15, 20 members are able to join. Okay. If you tell, so tomorrow also we can able to discuss like this. I hope this is give you a quick review. Okay. Okay, guys. Any doubt, question? This is okay. Or you need anything?